One of the wonderful things about reviewing for small women-owned companies, and I only review for 2 or 3 of them, they don't want us to be promoters. They don't want us to be influencers and try to influence people to buy the wigs. They just want us to come on here and tell it like it is, and you make your decision. And I think one of the main reasons they do that is to cut down a bit on the returns. If I'm honest and I tell it like it is, it's going to perhaps avoid you spending some money and going through the trouble of the returns and all of that. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Keep that in mind as I'm reviewing. Today I've got Waves and Raves by Raquel Welch in the color Shaded Honey Pecan. I like to thank Frannie's Hair for providing what is the name of this? For providing Waves and Raves to me so I could review it for all of you. The link to Waves and Raves by Raquel Welch at Frannie's Hair will be listed down below for you in the description box. We're going to unbox it. I did cheat a little bit, and I did watch some, not all, of Hair You Wear's introduction to these new styles. Okay. So I kind of know what's going on with these. I'll tell you what they say, and I'll tell you what I see. We'll take a look at the cap first on Waves and Raves. We have an extended lace front. We have silicone on the ear tabs and on the nape, and these are detachable, that silicone. So if you want to take it off, you don't want the silicone there, it's very easy to take off. It's a partially hand-tied cap. I cannot stress this enough. Hand-tied in this sides and upper back, and then at the nape we have wefts. There is no stretch on these wefts. None. None if we pull this way, and no stretch if we pull this way. Hair You Wear, the makers of Raquel Welch, say they do that because the wigs are combed. That way it doesn't lose the fibers, because it holds the form. Okay, whatever. I've got John Renault's that are 100% hand-tied, and I've got the same in Belle Tress. I don't have those issues, but, you know, what do I know? Let's look at the monofilament. On the monofilament, according to Hair You Wear, they made that monofilament top larger. This is a Belle Tress on a Luxe SE. That's their full mono top. I measured it on the widest part, and it's 5 inches across. Here is the Raquel Welch. I'll put them side by side so you can see. When I measured the Raquel Welch, it measured under 4 inches on the widest part. Now it is longer towards the back, so you do have a longer area. So now I'll compare it to John Renault. This is Rachel Light from John Renault. Here is the full mono top on the John Renault, over 5 inches on the widest part. Here is the Raquel Welch, the new one. I'm going to show you next to Tress Allure. Here is Tress Allure mono top, and here is the Raquel Welch mono top on these new styles. I believe that the Tress Allure is the largest of the mono tops that I have. I'm not saying that that is small. I'm just saying it's not as big as they claim it to be. They're calling this a Luxe Light Cap 2. I have a 21.5-inch circumference. I'll let you know what the fit is. I have about 12 inches from front to nape, and because we don't have that stretch on that area by the nape, it's fitting a little small. Now, I have my hair cut very, very short, but I am wearing a wig grip. I want to show you how this wig arrived and that I didn't cinch it in. There are the adjusters. And I'm not cinching it in. There are a couple of things. If your front to back is smaller than mine, it's going to be fine. The circumference fits me fine. I'll show you the coverage. It fits me fine. Right there. There is the ear tab. I think that if your front to back is larger than mine, over 12 inches, it may not reach. Now, let's say you absolutely love the style. The fibers are going to cover if it's too short on you at the, on the front to back. So I just want to make you aware of that. All right, let's take a look at that part. If I part it down the middle, we have a nice illusion of scalp. If I part it on the right, once again, and what you're seeing there is my wig grip. They did a nice job adding some of the blonde, but we do have a bit of a band here. There's a lot of blonde going on here. Nothing wrong with that, but I want to make you aware because some wearers love that a lot of the lighter fibers and some wearers don't care for it at all. This style has nice waves to it, very choppy kind of waves. They're calling these fibers a feather light fiber, which they say, and I've got no way of testing this, they're saying that these fibers are like a straw, hollow in the middle. So they're lighter. They are heat-friendly fibers, and they are saying that it's a new technology. Notice that I'm not saying this is what it is. I have no idea. I can only tell you what they say. We don't have any permatease whatsoever at the top, because we have that monofilament there, but we do have permatease where those wefts are sewn in. The color, Shaded Honey Pecan. This is RL11 2025 SS, a medium brown, which is the 11, and the 25 is a honey blonde. So it's heavily highlighted with that honey blonde. And we have a shaded root. I would say it's about an 8. This is a warm color. If you like shaded cappuccino is 1222. So the base on shaded cappuccino is going to be a little bit lighter, because 12 is lighter than 11, but they're very, very close. And the highlights on shaded cappuccino will be a little bit darker than on honey pecan. On honey pecan, they're very, very warm. I mean, the colors following that 25, we start going into the strawberry blonde, for example, a 27 or a 28. So the 25 is the honey. If you like a warm color, you want something a little bit warmer than shaded cappuccino, you probably like this color. We have a front of 4 inches. If you wanted to wear it with a bang, you can do that. Just need maybe to trim it a little bit. My forehead is only 2.5 inches, so on me it's very long. The crown is 9 inches, the sides are 8 inches, the back is 7 inches, and the nape is 4 inches. Something else that Hair You Wear mentioned about these fibers, besides that they are so feather light, that these are feather light fibers, is also that these wigs are going to feel much lighter than their other styles. And Waves and Raves weighs 3.1 ounces. They're claiming that these feel a lot lighter than some of the other wigs. I think they said 30 or 40% lighter. I agree with them. It's very, very light. The fibers are light, the cap is light. I do have to give them that. If you want to tuck it, very easily tuck, because we have a low density. So not only do we have light fibers, But we also have a light density here. Very low density, very different for Raquel Welch wigs, where we usually have a higher density. We usually have a lot of permatease, but on at least this sample or this style that I have, I don't find either one. So I wanted to really point it out to you. I want to point out, what I see, whether they like it or not, because I don't care. But I also want to point out the good things as well. Thanks, everyone. Let me know what you think. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.